Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, ain't chase a chick, never chase a.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kiera.
This is Leah.
This is Solo.
And you are listening to He Said, We Said, coming to you live. Is it the last Sunday of the month?
No.
Oh.
Why? What does that mean?
20. Is it?
I was hoping that August was coming up, but I guess
we hit the halfway point.
Look, y'all know I can't.
We've been
sure
past the
past
halfway.
it.
Ooh.
So today's 25. It has
25.
to be August 2nd next week. It has to be, right?
Yes, this is the last
August 1st is on Sunday, huh?
Oh,
yes, okay. Perfect. Last Sunday of the month.
yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Last
August
Sunday
is
of the
around
month.
the corner. Your birthday is coming up.
Yes.
This is the big
35. So
what we doing?
I booked the trip.
Oh,
I booked the trip, man. So, man, I don't know what it is. I think I have like a phobia of spending money, where I've been traumatized from being kind of like broke for a while.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you, and granted, I was just like, when I booked the trip, I was looking at that price like, damn, Solomon. Then I was having like anxiety about all the reasons why I shouldn't go, and dang, will I trust myself by myself alone?
Where'd you end up?
Huh?
Where'd you end up? I know we were talking about. Huh?
Rio. We're going to Rio de Janeiro. So in like 5 minutes, because they say swipe to, I was just like,
yeah.
Then I was just like, you know what? I've got commitment issues, and I just swiped it. They say when you book the flight, that's when it becomes real.
Yeah.
So then I was just like looking at hotels, for next paycheck. But I was just like, granted, do I want to do the all-inclusive? Do I want to stay on the resort? Or am I really trying to be out in the city and experience the place? Mm-hmm. And also it's like, I'm not drinking, so, the free liquor and da-da-da-da. I feel like if I were to do it inclusive, it would kind of be a little temptation to do that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of in the planning stages still. Like, I'm looking at all the things I want to do. Of course, I want to see the Redeemer of Christ. I want to go.
That's this thing.
Yeah. I want to hit the different beaches, Empanina, Copacabana. I want to hit the markets, see if anything's going on as far as sporting events down there. Like, I want to be out and about. And then I do want to have my luxury to just lay out poolside or do nothing.
Okay.
So first solo trip, actually first like international trip. Well, I mean, I've been like to the Bahamas and to Canada, but like
legit,
I'm out there.
Like, yeah.
Like, man, I need to do my research on the COVID tests. When do I need to have my results back type shit? So I'm excited. So that's what I've got going on. Yeah. Sorry, man. But
I need you to take a picture in front of those steps.
It's funny because I even was like, man, let me start a little Brazil playlist. And of course I put the Snoop Dogg.
Beautiful. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not a picture person, but.
Nah, you better, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you?
I will figure out I'll figure out the translation. Yes. And Google Translate. Yeah. But I'll be there. So
Portuguese,
hopefully,
right?
Portuguese. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated whenever I get back.
I'm excited.
Me too. How long are you going to be there?
I will be there I fly out on the 18th. Probably won't get there till the 19th.
Okay.
But on the way back, it's straight like a 12-hour flight. I think it's 19 hours I'll be traveling because I have to lay over somewhere. Maybe it might be Fort Lauderdale or something like that. And then to Sao Paulo and then to Rio. I'm going to be on that flight that first day.
Yeah.
But the second day, I'm coming straight back to Houston. But from the 18th to the 25th.
Okay.
So I will be in there for my birthday. So.
Nice. Are they like in this time zone? Do you know?
I think they're like an hour ahead.
Okay.
Maybe. I think they're an hour ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's exciting.
So, that's what I got going on, man.
Solo trip for 2021.
Solo trip for 2021.
Okay. All right. right. Well, that's
What about you guys?
cool. I guess we'll get into some more travel combo later on.
Oh, yeah.
We'll start with where we left off last week with the Olympics. So we have officially gotten started. Naomi Osaka lit the torch. Mm-hmm. I did see a bit of like the opening ceremony. It was very on brand for, I guess, what you think of with Japan. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Did you?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
It was very peaceful.
I was like,
it put me to sleep.
Oh,
I was like, well, because it was a lot of silence.
It was very deep.
Yeah. It was very abstract. Yeah, like when they were on the treadmill, I was just like, I'm gonna need a drum or something. I need some energy. Like,
so you sat through the whole thing?
Yeah, because I wanted to see Jamaica. Walk out,
okay.
And then the way they did the alphabets, the Japanese alphabet, I was like, okay, why are we jumping from here to here to here? And then I looked up and missed Jamaica. I was like, shit.
I didn't think of that. Of course they would do
they
it
started with
alphabet.
Greek. I mean, Greece. I was just like, huh?
Interesting.
But, but I was thinking about like Rio, Brazil, and then I was thinking about South Africa. Mm-hmm. They was putting on a show, like music and everything. So this was different. Intro. I was just like
it kind of popped it off a little bit, but this was not the case. It sounds like it's like a welcome.
Yeah, and then I guess no crowd participation kind of takes away from it a little bit. True. Yeah, it was, but I mean, I watched it, so.
It was very peaceful. If you have the Calm app, all you had to do was watch that instead. I mean, it was like, I don't even know the type of music style it is, but just think of music you might hear in a spa.
Exactly.
It was already late. I mean, perfect background music to put you to sleep. So I enjoyed the bit that I saw. I probably was up for about 20 or 30 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Never saw anybody coming out though. I just,
Really?
Yeah, just
saw Naomi.
I didn't even see her. I just saw the clip. So.
Oh, okay. I just saw the clip of her. That was my Olympic.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anyone that I recognized. I didn't. I think I turned it off after I was like, damn, I missed Jamaica. I didn't even see the U.S. come out. So
forget the U.S.
Right.
I saw them on the bus heading over, but yeah.
I actually liked their outfits. They put out, I guess, what they were wearing in Ralph Lauren. I think they typically make their stuff most of the Olympic years.
Yeah.
Anyways, I liked it. A lot of people didn't. It gave me astronaut, gave me sailor, gave me prep boy.
Are they gonna be fly?
We talking about you?
They're gonna be fly.
US. Yeah. It was like a suit, and they had like this like navy whatever underneath. I mean, I liked it. What do I know?
Well, so far we're starting off very okay.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times we be really like 10 golds for
yeah, you look up like, damn, when we get them.
Right. When do we start? So far I've seen swimming.
I saw some swimming.
So shout out, I guess, to the 4x1 team. They got third.
Did they? In the what, 100 or the IM?
4x1, the relay.
Well, they do like the freestyle one, then they do like the individual medley. Like, freestyle. But that's like okay, damn, third?
Yeah, man. Whoever was in front though set the world record. So it's one of those things like I
Michael.
I can't. No, this was women's. I didn't
women's.
See the men's.
Okay.
I don't know if the men's football went.
Okay.
But we got third place. We got the bronze.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
But
Simone in that one.
Manuel. Yes, she was.
All right.
Okay.
Thoughts on first leg was, I don't know, man. I don't know much about swimming, but they was coming from behind the whole race.
Hey,
really?
You know about some swimming. Did you used to do the relay?
Yeah. So I used to swim, but this is middle school. Okay. Like I quit in high school, but and so in the individual medley, I used to be the breaststroke guy. And it's nice seeing it, even though I wasn't like, okay, I went and swam collegiately. Low key. If I would have kept at it, I could have been at FAM.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Okay. But I hated swimming. But, just watching it and just, seeing them underwater and just the breath control. And I was just like, ooh, it just brought me back. You know what I'm saying?
PTSD for you.
Yeah,
right?
Man.
Not even like a good memory.
Because, I'll be honest. I wasn't in lane 4, 5, 6 like often. I was in 7, 2.
So if it helps, USA was in 2.
My lane. Okay, so
what does that mean? I don't know the difference between the lanes.
Usually they have the fastest in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it goes out from that. So it's like 1 is like 4 or 5, depending on how many lanes they got. And then it goes like 5.
Yeah. So typically speaking, you'll see those people in the middle, just in front. And except like in those beginning heats, like when it's like the first heat of people,
because they're still getting the times,
right?
So maybe their qualifying time is how they're placed into their different heats or whatever. But when it comes to finals, which is a lot of times what we see, they're already
who has the fastest,
who came in.
Because some people let up at the end. They pace themselves.
You don't want to be on the wall.
No, you don't want to be on the wall
because it means you probably came in on a bad time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's certain events where you need to be under a minute. You know what I mean? Like
there and back.
Yeah. And so you're seeing some people, it's like, damn, you wasn't even under a minute in this thing. How are you even at these games?
Yeah.
So,
were you able to do under a minute back in the day?
Hell nah.
Okay.
I was like in middle school, Solomon was over there doing that.
No.
Okay. I should have did swimming. I think I could have been good.
I mean, it's a sport just like any other sport that there's not a lot of black people in, but exposure.
You
they can do some things.
I was too concerned about my hair. I was like,
it was just a thing. I was just like,
I do my hair every day.
I don't want to go.
Braids.
Kids loved going to the pool all the time. And I was just like, when I get home, I'm going to wash
my hair. I mean, I did like going to the pool growing up. But then when I started trying to be cute, that's what it was like, wait. What? You want me to do what? Okay. Yeah. More on sports news. Congratulations to the Bucks. This is Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
There's a brother on there. I don't know his name, but he ordered 50 nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
Giannis.
All right.
He dropped the 50 piece in the last game to close out. So
that's why he got the 50 nuggets.
Did 50 mean anything else? I don't know why I heard somebody say it was like the 50th anniversary or something like that too.
Oh yeah. Well, the last time they won was in 71.
Okay.
So it's 50 years since they won a championship. 50. They've been to the finals since. I think they went to the finals in 74. But yeah, it's been 50 years since they won. Yeah. He dropped a 50 piece, which was I think the most for a closeout game in the finals. And a lot of people were giving him a hard time, saying, he can't hit his free throws and he wasn't going to be able to bring this team.
Game 1. I was like, one.
Yeah, man. I was like, when they went down 2-0, I was like, fuck. But I hate Chris Paul. I hate to say
it.
I
really?
do not care
I thought
for
you
Chris
were a fan.
No. Okay. Only thing I'm a fan of is, he'll wear his HBCU stuff.
Where did he go to school?
He went to Wake Forest.
Okay.
He's from North Carolina.
HBCU.
No, not
he
HBCU.
just reps.
Yeah. I can get behind that. But he's always been like he's been borderline a dirty player. He's always flopping. He has short man syndrome. He just
I feel
does
like you
too
were the one
much.
that told me like he always gets hurt in the finals or something like that. So that has stuck with me. So
always
now to
gets
watch
hurt.
him play, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But shout out to him because he did play well. The Bucks were just better.
Does he have a ring?
No.
Dang.
And this was his first time in the finals.
Yeah.
First time in the finals.
I feel like, y'all know I'm not in the sports world, but like, I feel like I've heard whispers throughout the years of like, this could be his year. Like he will move to different teams and they're hoping that he's going to get it and it just never falls through.
Yeah. Went to LA, didn't get the ring there, but he never made it to the finals. He was supposed to be traded to LA, the Lakers, but they blocked that trade. So.
And then weren't there talks about them possibly like doing really well when he came to Houston?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
He got hurt the first year. And then played like shit the second year.
Okay.
And KD was hurt.
that was supposed to be the year.
Okay.
And so for him to be healthy all the way through, it's like, ain't this about a bitch?
Dang.
But he at times did look like he was 36 or 35.
Older.
He looked like he was older. But
it's time to retire.
No. He's got a lot to give. He's got a lot
to give at 36, and he looking 36.
I'll say this, man. He wasn't the reason they lost.
Okay.
Whoever that DeAndre Ayton dude.
Yikes.
Horrible.
Is that Kendall Man? Or
no,
one of the Kardashians. Is that who you're talking about?
Who is one of the Kardashians' boyfriends? Because of course they
we thinking Ben Simmons
Is that him
from Philly?
I don't know.
I think it is Ben Simmons.
Whoever it was, I just saw a meme recently that said also the Kardashian curse. So I was like, I don't know what that means.
Oh
wow. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Emmanuel Ancho was on his show saying some more crazy stuff. Basically along that's the brother who played football. He hosted The Bachelor. That guy.
He hosted The Bachelor?
Yeah. No, he was.
Okay, my bad.
Basically, he was on his show talking about, y'all said his name is Giannis, that he's not a memorable player. So he went down the list and talked about people and why they were memorable. LeBron, Jordan, Magic, whatever. And basically his explanation for people not remembering Giannis is because they can't pronounce his name or that he's Nigerian. Like that was basically summing it all.
But that's like Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, hello.
And to be honest,
Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, there's plenty of foreign players that have become like household names.
What's homeboy that's not today? Who is that?
Who? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Oh, no, Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah, Mutombo.
Okay, yeah. I mean, well, I guess he's saying to be the face of the NBA, which I think is kind of stupid because if you look at his story, like, parents, Greece, raised the boys. I think they left. Did they leave Nigeria to go to Greece? During like a war-stricken time, and so raised them. Three of them made it to the league. And I mean, he's a real humble, likable guy. We've seen him grow, and for him to take this team from where they were to doing it the quote unquote right way, not going to join 25? Other superstars. He's 26.
Wow, I didn't know he was that young.
He came in when he was 19.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what kind of expectation are we talking about? Like, this is why he's not going to be this player.
I don't know. Well, maybe because he plays in Milwaukee. I don't know.
Let's talk about that.
Honestly, Emmanuel has said enough stuff. Who is also Nigerian, by the way.
That's why I was just like,
yeah, it was
you're
just,
not even like.
And people in the comments, so I saw it on Twitter, so people are responding like, that's not true, talking about his upbringing or like he has a great story, etc. Yeah. So like most of the people didn't really agree with what he was saying. But honestly, he might just be talking now to try to get some sound bites. At this
point, he might be.
His hot takes are always
that's what
off.
it is. Hot takes, trying to get clicks.
Is he now Fox?
Is he Fox Sports?
Yeah. I thought he was ESPN, but I guess not.
I don't listen to him. It might be ESPN though, because I tend to not really follow ESPN anymore like that.
Well, all right. So the NFL has basically said y'all ain't got to get vaccinated, but if something happened, cut the check.
Yeah.
So let me make sure I'm understanding correctly. They're giving them free range, right? Not making it mandatory. But if there is an outbreak that happens to the point that they have to forfeit a game, both teams will have to cut a check, correct?
Is it both teams or the team that?
I think it's
I didn't see about the check. I just saw they both take losses.
Yeah, if they can't reschedule that game within that week, then there will be a fine or penalty assessed.
Yes.
So hurting these people's wallets.
Yes.
It's like an indirect way of saying you better get tested without saying you better get vaccinated without saying you better get vaccinated.
But I mean, they even have the rules though for those like certain tier coaches and staff and stuff. Like if you aren't vaccinated, you can't have direct contact with players.
Yeah.
You can't be in meetings. And then you can't be on the field. So it's like you don't have to get vaccinated, but like you're just in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I've struggled the most with the anti-vaccine people. It's like nobody's forcing you to get vaccinated, but then at the same time, it's like it's like they'll be out and about like they've got nothing to fear or, like they're not putting other people at risk. It's like, if you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated, but you need to remove yourself from the environment,
Yeah. Who is the coach that it's like one coach
somebody
that
got
been standing out? Yeah.
Oh, I thought somebody quit. They got fired instead?
I think they got fired because they didn't have the vaccine or something.
And they didn't want to it was like it wasn't like the head coach of whatever team this was, but it was like one of their
running back coach or something like that.
Yeah, it was an offense coach.
Okay.
I think I did see something like that. But then you had people like DeAndre Hopkins saying that I'll retire, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And so there was a lot of backlash from, a lot of people from the Black community talking about, the comparison between, them wanting to speak out now. I think even Robert Griffin, RG3, spoke out between now and then when Kaepernick was in, his situation and the lack of support or vocalization from the players and people. It's not the same. And
I'm sorry. Look, what are we talking about? Like, now you taking a stand on the vaccines and like going against the what?
It's like we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I guess the situation is different. You were talking about civil rights, human rights, as opposed to your health and, people dying from this thing. But why do you feel the need to speak out now when you couldn't then? Especially in a league that's predominantly Black. You don't feel certain way aligned with what Kaepernick was saying? And, where was the support then? Oh, well, I got family and my mouths to feed. And
I don't.
You don't have the same family and mouths to feed now.
I don't want to jeopardize nothing by saying this and that. But after that vaccine, I'll quit. Like what?
It's so crazy to me. And then it's just like, well, I mean, I don't know. To your point, I don't want to kind of separate this from the NFL, but like as a whole, with COVID and our response to it, we really have dropped the ball, clearly. I watched a special on CNN and they were in Arkansas and they were just interviewing people and asking them like if they were going to get vaccinated, whether or not they were, if they were going to, if they weren't. And there was a really large amount of people that are just like, no. And they're still living their life. They're still going out, partying and whatnot.
Yeah, I think Harris County's still under 50%. We're like at 40% vaccinated.
Something
Houston
like
is?
Harris County.
Harris County. Wow. I don't know if it was either the city of Dallas or Dallas County. They were at herd immunity. That was reported a few weeks ago, actually.
Oh.
May have been the city.
But we up in the
yeah.
Lena said, y'all about to put your mask back on.
I mean, and then you think about the different strains. I mean, the Delta's obviously running rampant, but then there was the first case of the Lambda.
Was it Theta too?
I'm like, how we jump from Delta to Lambda that quick? But
in my head, I said the same thing. When I first got to Delta, I was like, was there a Beta? Was there?
Didn't hear about the Iota.
We'd been skipping.
Yeah.
But unless they just not as deadly and they just been, tracking them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I saw a clip as well. This dude that was hospitalized over COVID. And he was saying that if he had known that he was going to be hospitalized and sick, would he have gotten the vaccine? He still said no.
I mean, that's not funny.
I was like, you were about to die.
I guess because
if you could have avoided your death, you wouldn't have avoided the death. But when they say that's a hill I'm willing to die on, he meant that. I really try to like sympathize with these people because I get it, right? Like I get the hesitancy, right? But it's like people are like, well, you don't know what they're putting in your body and da 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 da. It's like, true, I don't know. But if you're worried about effects that could happen in your case 5 to 10 years, in your opinion, versus like you potentially dying tomorrow or, next week, whatever. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to take the gamble and just see what happens in another 10, 15, 20 years versus getting COVID and seeing what happens. That would be my thought process. Yeah. But if you've already had COVID, that's one thing I can understand you being like, oh, I had it, I was fine, whatever. You still should get vaccinated. People get it more than once.
It's very rare that you can get it. So far with the data they have very few people that have been reinfected.
I don't know.
Well, and then with all these variants coming out, it's like...
Yeah, I think that's more of what would kind of give me like, I don't know, with these variants. Like, we just heard a story not too long ago, somebody passing away from the Delta variant. And
most of the people that are catching it are the unvaccinated people.
Yeah.
And don't let a person vaccinated catch it. See? But it's like, do the numbers. Y'all are like disproportionately outweighing the ones that are getting vaccinated. And it's like, how selfish do you have to be to say, well, I'll wait for everybody else to get vaccinated so that way we can go back out. It's like, you do realize if we all had that same mind frame, because niggas didn't want to sit their asses down and wear the mask, we wouldn't be going back out. So,
but that's the strangest thing: the people that believe in herd immunity but don't want to be in the herd. Like, wait, so you think it works, and you think it'll protect you,
almost,
but you don't want to be the one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see how the NFL goes with this stuff. Side note, I did see Ezekiel Elliott talking about it, and I had no idea that he has like transformed into Dennis Rodman, like to a certain extent.
What do you mean?
Nose rings,
I didn't
and his
see all
hair
that.
was like, I don't know if it was locked or if it was braided, but it was kind of like in the ponytails Busta used to wear back in the day, like kind of
really,
up high.
yeah,
Like he was talking about it, and he had on like these like funky looking shades, like it was giving me new millennial. Dennis Rodman. I was like, okay, but I think because I'm not keeping up with sports, I still had that like OG like thought in my head of what he looked like, clean cut.
Well,
no
I mean,
hair.
he's been out of the limelight for a minute. Was hurt, had the surgery. So I'd have been like, wait, when he grow hair?
Oh,
For
I
sure.
mean, all of this. I mean,
I knew he had a lot of facial hair, but I don't know when the last time I saw him was. So I don't know what he looking like now. Now, somebody I did see recently on TV was Dak.
Was he looking good? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, that is your type.
Next.
All right, everybody get up. It's time to slam down.
I was like, what are you? Okay, so y'all saw it.
I did see it.
You didn't?
No. I mean, we know the story, right? I don't have to.
No, we don't know the new story.
Is it that good?
I mean, it's Space Jam. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, no, you want to talk about it?
Oh, go ahead. You enjoyed it.
So going into this movie, I've seen the first one, had, some good memories of it being a kid and all, and Michael Jordan being as big as he was. And so this year, I just kind of wanted to see what they were going to do with this. Was it going to be an extension of the storyline? Was it going to be just a remake of the original kind of storyline with some twists here and there? How was it going to look? Of course, you want to see if LeBron can kind of act, but I wasn't, my expectations wasn't, Oscar worthy or anything like that. I just wanted to see how it would go. I put it on and I was kind of like, it's okay. But I don't know what it was, but I just kept.
It kept you intrigued?
I was here for it. I was here for the storyline. I was here for just the special effects, the nostalgia of it. Like, even some of the funny stuff, the corny stuff, I was okay with it. I was like, this is for the kids. My son was watching it. So, and he was kind of like, we could watch it. But then, by the end of the movie, we were like, okay, it was all right, little movie. So I enjoyed it. And it pretty much was what I thought it would be. Just a nice family friendly movie.
Okay. So you have a different opinion.
Yes and no. I agree that it's a good family-friendly movie. I think that it was good for what it was, right? But I also am not, well, maybe I am the target audience. So it's for the children, bless you.
Bless you.
For the children, but also I guess for the people who grew up with the original Space Jam, there's an incentive there, and a lot of us have children now.
Yeah.
Not me. But I think for what it was good.
Okay.
I did struggle to get through it at the beginning. I think things got a little better, maybe towards like the middle.
Yeah.
But I was definitely in and out. I mean, of course, LeBron's acting isn't good, but to be fair, Michael's wasn't good either. So.
Oh my God. Don't let the Twitter streets hear that, because they were just like, Michael Jordan's acting was so much better, and he was
bad.
this.
That man ain't never going to escape his shadow.
Huh?
He ain't never going to escape his shadow.
Ever.
And then I was kind of like, just thinking about like how things were back then and how the climate and culture has changed now. It's like, even like back then, the Monstars, they were bullies.
Yeah.
Like they was bullying them niggas. Like, hitting them on the head,
and
smashing them into the damn court.
Yeah.
This one, it was like,
rivalry. That's it.
it was like, yeah, they're the competition, but I didn't look at them as like they're evil.
Yeah.
it didn't seem like a bully element to it. Now, granted, Tweety got his ass smashed at one point. And I was like, oh, okay.
Love Tweety.
Yeah.
I did too.
And, you know, of course, Pepe Le Pew didn't make it this round. Lola,
nice.
they made her, you know, clothing a little bit more conservative.
Was Grandma in the first one?
I think, but she damn sure wasn't hooping.
Okay.
But, you know, it was cool. It reflected the change in time and where we are as a culture.
Dang,
so
man.
I agree. I think
Pepe Le Pew really got to me. Like, I forgot about that little debacle.
But here was my thing. And it says really something about cancel culture. We couldn't have rehabilitated his image. We couldn't have changed the narrative and made him more appropriate, or even, you know, change the era of his ways. There could, you know, that's where the writing comes into play. How do we, you know, because I mean, that felt lazy. Okay, let's just cut him out of the damn movie. Mm-hmm. You know,
they're just like, I don't want no problems. We need to make as much money as we can.
But then at the same time, I was just like, man, these characters are old. They aren't resonating anymore like that with the general public. Like, this is my childhood damn near dying, you know?
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. I enjoyed it, though. Even LeBron had his little message to his son. And I was
enjoyed
like,
that. I thought that was sweet, and that did touch me.
I looked over. I was like, I got to let you do your thing, man. I was like, you right, LeBron. I got to let him be his own man. But yeah, it was cool.
That was sweet.
Was cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm excited to watch it. I have been excited to watch it the whole time and just haven't made time. So this is my fault.
Do you know if your niece and nephews have seen it?
No.
They would probably enjoy it.
We'll see. We will see.
Watch it with them. The next time they have
Lion King with them, and they're just like,
the new one,
the old one,
like the old one. Like,
it's just because that stuff just looks so much older now.
Yeah.
Like, their stuff now is crisp and 3D. And,
but like they can't. Do they not watch TV like that?
Kids?
They on that iPad.
Like
they
watch YouTube, but like I was trying to get my son to just sit down and watch this. You know, not just this, but just stuff in general. Like even watching Loki, like he was just like not sitting still. He's 12.
He didn't watch Loki?
No, but I mean,
is he into Marvel?
But he was watching it, but it was just like, sit down, you know, like you doing too much right now.
That bothers me too. When you watch stuff with kids and it's just like it's like you're missing something.
But like, and then I'm thinking to myself, I would sit and watch a movie then. Like, I don't.
Well, what was your other option?
Go outside and play basketball.
All right.
Go outside but like, there's too much TV on that the kids aren't watching TV. Who's watching these kiddie shows? Somebody's watching them.
Kids are watching, but I think when you have children that have access, you know, they're not really watching TV like that.
Or maybe they just want the condensed, sped up version. Because I was just like talking about him, about shit that was going on. I was like, when are you watching this shit? Because you playing the game all damn day. So when are you, you know, but we'll talk about stuff. And I'm like, when were you watching it?
2 a.m.
Right.
Probably.
Sometime all day.
But you're right. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what's, damn it, why didn't I invest in YouTube?
No, seriously.
Why didn't I take any of that stuff seriously?
Yeah.
I remember all the stuff we talked down on YouTube. We talked down on Twitter. I remember in the very beginning, if you're not famous, like, why do you even need a Twitter? Who's going to do that?
Yeah.
Especially when it was like, all right, log on to the computer, say your thought, log off, come back. Did somebody reply to my thought? It was just like, this is stupid.
Oh,
and then once that bitch got to the phone, I was like, okay, it makes sense now. But yeah, you're right. Like,
in the beginning,
hindsight's
like,
so 2020, but it's like, I didn't hear anyone say invest in this.
Yeah.
Shout out to those people who did, because
what is it? Foresight? Good for them.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, we're going to go into some sad news. Somewhere in Louisiana, there was a teenager who snuck into his teenage girlfriend's room. The teenager that snuck in was a boy who was 17, and the girl was 14. Yes, so he got a ladder, climbed up to get in the second floor. The dad heard. Now, apparently they have moved before. He has ordered this boy to stop messing with his daughter. I'm assuming he hears some stuff. I don't know. Long story short, they get into a shootout, and the teenager actually ends up killing the father. So
that is nuts.
Very, very nuts. There's so many questions here. A, why does a teenage boy, 17 years old, have a gun? Is 14 and 17 an inappropriate relationship? My first thought is yes, but then it's just like, well, I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's like being in high school. You're
Freshman
and
junior,
that was my thought.
yeah.
But then I was just looking at niggas getting cooked in them comments about, well, just because it was appropriate then doesn't make it appropriate now. And I'm just like, okay, y'all can have it, whatever.
I mean, he could have been. Never mind. I ain't even gonna compare.
So was she in 8th grade or 9th grade?
That I don't know.
Because I know I turned 14. Like my birthday's in August, so I was 13, then turned 14. But I know some people were 14, then turned 15.
I turned
so
14. Yeah, 8th grade. 15 was freshman for me. So maybe it's the summer. So assuming that y'all started school early, right?
Yeah.
So assuming she turned 14 in the school year, she probably is going to be a freshman.
So it's summertime. She's about to be a freshman in high school.
That's
and
probably
this 17-year-old is talking to the 8th grader.
I guess so. That means he
because he'd been moved before. And everything. So I'm guessing this was going on when she was in 8th grade and he was in what? 10th?
Junior,
11th?
Junior or senior. Okay. I guess it
he's
depends
probably going to his senior year. I would
probably.
Hope, maybe.
Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, do I think it just sounds weird, especially if you're considering at the beginning of their relationship, it sounds like she was in middle school. Is what I can.
Sounds like you shouldn't have just been looking at her from the longest. Like your attention should have been elsewhere.
Yeah, but then I guess outside of that, so you gonna go visit your girl and you came with a gun. Like, you know, in certain parts, I can see he got his hands on a gun.
Who fired first?
I don't know.
Like,
if they're calling it a shootout, I have to imagine. I don't know.
It wasn't a standoff.
I don't know.
You put the gun down. No, you put the gun down. That's how I have it in my mind. But it could have just been the nigga heard some rustling and came in, boom, 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 and it's a lot to unpack here.
Nah, it had to be a conversation, and I feel horrible for the girl.
Why?
I
feel horrible for the family.
Okay, the family plus the girl, but the girl was there in the moment.
I feel having to watch it for everyone.
Okay,
yeah,
like she had to watch it.
Let me not be insensitive.
Yeah. I mean, and I can remember being 14. Now, I never snuck boys in my house, okay? But I definitely thought boys were cute. And if there was one, if I'm being honest, if there's a 16, 17-year-old who I thought was just the finest thing on the planet, and my dad is what I'm perceiving to be Hayden, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of has some friction with him if dad is telling her, like, you don't need to be with him, he too old, da-da-da-da-da-da. But then it's like, dang, like, I didn't know you was going to kill my dad. He's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we be talking smack about him, but I didn't know you was going to do that.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, now going forward, you going to be that kind of ride or die type relationship? Like, was the friction that bad?
Yeah.
And you continue on? Or is it just like, wow, you took that a little too far. I'm going to have to press charges.
And then I'm thinking, like, as a parent, it's like, you really got to be in your kid's shit 24/7 because they can constantly be into something, whether it's communicating through a cell phone, through the computer or something. They up and rooted the family and moved. And this nigga still found out where she lived. You know what I mean?
So here,
like, but you know, you can't watch your kids when they're at school. She could easily boom, 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 somebody else's cell phone. You know, so it's just like, I really pray that I don't have a kid like that I really have to.
You're going into these teenage years where you got to know the balance on like how far you can go and all of that. So best of luck.
Best of luck. We're going to move on to Kanye West. He put out Donda. I don't know if Donda is the name of the album, if that's the name of the fashion show or whatever the heck that was. Album. Okay, well, congratulations to that. Mom. Okay.
So I saw a lot of stuff. Did it come out? Did the album come out?
So I didn't even watch it, but apparently he had previewed it on Instagram and Apple Music or whatever.
That's what he was doing at
and then
Mercedes-Benz.
He had the show at the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta.
Okay.
And people were under the impression it was going to drop on Friday. And then there's this whole transaction with whoever Justin LaBoy is.
Whoever that
this nigga is, but he's doing the PR apparently for releasing this album.
Whoever that is, why did I see that? Why did I see that?
Yeah, and so it was supposed to drop on Friday, but now they're saying it's going to drop in August. So it's just like, God damn it, nigga. Why every time?
Why?
I'm not gonna say we fall for this, but here we are talking about it. So,
Kanye?
but I heard the music was good this time around.
This time around.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm not
gonna
expecting
listen.
college dropout and late registration Kanye, but I'm expecting at least give me Life of Pablo.
Okay.
You know, but
Okay.
Did you enjoy Yeezus?
hell no.
Okay.
I'm
I
part
don't
of that group that was
know.
like, that shit sucked.
Yeah.
I
didn't
don't
care for
remember
Yeezus either.
anybody
Sucked.
in my circle that liked it.
Me neither, but
Yeah.
you go on the internet.
Oh, they right. He has a very.
It was ahead of its time, and you all just didn't give it a chance. And
Sorry.
I was like, I did.
Yeah.
I did. You know, coming off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I wanted to like it like the rest of the niggas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He has a cult following.
Trash.
Oh.
But
I
then
don't
when
know
you
what-
see the people that were at the Mercedes-Benz, white folk.
Spending $50 on a chicken tender basket.
Like, I don't give a damn if I'm a billion.
$25 on
a
some kettle
millionaire.
corn.
I'm not spending $50 on no chicken tender.
Y'all better come full. I would have been pissed though, because you know
And them
sometimes
bitches
you're like,
probably
you know
taste
what?
like arena food.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, shut up.
You know the Aramark chicken tenders?
You know exactly. That's exactly
That's
what
probably
it is.
what it tastes like, $50.
Ain't no way.
People probably
With all
was just
the
Scamming
like,
ass
you know
nigga.
what? We don't have time to go out to eat anymore. We're just gonna eat at the stadium, not knowing how much
exactly-
that's
That's exactly what
Mm.
happened. Rolling up, because that's how it goes. Like, oh, you need something to eat? Like, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. We've been waiting for a while. Let's go up there. Oh, I need something. You go up there, like, you see $15. You're like,
Y'all really spent 15 on
Yes,
this?
Yeah,
For a
right.
hot dog?
Now, if I would have walked up and saw 50,
I don't know how
Oh,
much for
no,
one
no.
tender. Exactly. You know,
$15, sir.
we don't do that here.
one corn,
$50.
one kettle
Turtle.
corn.
The minimum spend.
I'll pop that motherfucker myself with a
Look.
lighter or something. You know,
Too much.
he's trash.
Well, you know who else is trash? He's on my ish list. Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Now look, I ain't trying to be a hater now. But, well, actually, let's rewind. A few days ago, I guess last week, he went off into space. Okay, people are up in arms. He actually isn't the first. I know he tried to be the first. Homeboy from Virgin Airlines beat him to the punch. But just still went on and went. He still tried to make history. So he brought a younger person on there. I think they're like 17, 18. He brought an old person. So they are both the youngest and the oldest to be in space. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh my God. I hate
Okay.
it.
How old is that oldest person?
Oh, don't give me the lion.
I mean,
At least 70, if I'm not mistaken.
Like,
Look. I mean,
that
I guess at that
motherfucker-
point, they're
that
like,
motherfucker
it's something go off. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to
lived
say
a
he
life.
must be the most well-fit and in-shape 70-year-old, still driving, still got all his faculties. You
Look.
better not be bringing your pawpaw that's damn near on his deathbed.
oh
on
my
that
God,
bitch.
he was 82.
82. Okay.
Wally
all right.
Funk.
Okay.
Wally Funk.
Wally Funk.
Sound like a nigga.
Well, I don't think there
He
was any
was.
black
Willie
person
Funk
on
would have been the
that.
nigga. Wally might be white. you know?
Wally definitely white.
Well, he went up, and there's people who are saying that should be taxed moving forward, which, you know what? I'm not mad at that. If we got to pay a tax to fly places, yeah, y'all need to be taxing to go up into space. So that's one thing. Two, Bezos cut
It's a
$100
tax
million
on everything.
check to Ben
100 million?
Jones. 100 million, and he sent 100 million to somebody else
The
too.
other contributor can't talk.
Van Lathan? He was like, I am not the van that got the 100 million.
Look.
Somebody's like, sound like a nigga who sound like somebody who got 100 million would say.
Right.
Look. And he said they could do whatever with the money they want. If they want to give it to a charity, fine. If they want to give it to
You
family,
know
they can do
what?
what they want.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm quitting. I'm done. 100 million? Why are we even gonna play this game?
Why
Why
would
would we
I
give it-
ever want to do anything
Why would I play this
else?
game?
Why are we giving $100 million to millionaires?
That's his thing. He's you know what? I think his
yeah.
whole thing, was it like they were philanthropic people, so he felt like they were gonna give it to other
Who,
people. Yeah. Does he have charities or something like that?
I'm pretty sure he does.
Because that's what rich people do.
Well, here's the thing, Jeff. You have enough people on your team to do the research for you. So how about you just give the money to the people directly? You have people,
right?
It's COVID. You going out into space. There's so much, like,
this dude could.
it just really pisses me off.
He could
when you really
incentivize
break it
people to
down.
get the money with like $500K for the shot.
He could
Student
do a lot
loan
of
debt.
things.
He could end world hunger.
Literally,
And
you are the
chooses not
richest
to.
man in the world. Your wife is giving away more money than you. She's giving away more money than she can make at this point. As soon as she gets some more money, she's giving it off. And you are giving money under the guise of Amazon. Stop it.
And see, this is why I could not watch Billions.
Oh.
I just the thought of somebody being that fucking rich and endowed and not, yeah. My bad. That was
Call me a
bad
hater,
segue.
whatever, but like the young ones say, eat the rich.
Mm.
The rich. Okay, there should be no.
No, but
billionaires
I
in this
saw that and I was just
country.
like, come on, don't let me come up on nothing like that. I'm done.
On 100
Anything.
million?
I'm not doing anything I was expected to do.
That's why you better be nice and kind to everybody you run across. You never know who might give you that.
Well, if you got $100 million, are you going to keep going on group trips?
Group trips?
Yeah, are you going to continue to go on group vacations if someone cut you $100 million check?
Well, you know, my group vacations might not be the same as y'all. I might be, you know, y'all can't afford to go where I go.
We
you know,
are
you
not
could
the
come,
same.
but
Okay.
get your 500,000. We can go together. But, you know.
Okay. Well, on that note, that's our verses for this week. We're going to talk about vacations as a whole, but we're going to focus on group vacations. There was like some convo happening. I saw it on Twitter where basically men were talking about not sleeping in the same beds when they were going on vacations.
Okay.
Like group vacations. So there was somebody talking about one person slept in the bed, another man slept on the dresser. So Solomon,
Yeah.
can you relate?
Yeah, that was, you know, I was surprised when I opened that thread how, I guess, part of the minority I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if it's homophobic. I don't know what the reason is. Or maybe niggas just ain't that broke. Because I'm telling you, when I was broke, nigga, I was broke.
Uh-huh.
So best believe we sleeping in the same bed. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be damned if I'm paying for a room to sleep in 2 chairs. Or on the floor or on a goddamn dresser.
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm in the bed. And I guess, I mean, when you grow up with cousins and stuff and you're used to people being in the bed, like,
It's not even a
it's not an
thing.
issue.
Yeah.
Granted, I can't speak for the people that have been sexually assaulted or raped or anything like that. Y'all are excluded.
Okay.
But it just seems like there's a big disproportion between the men that do it and the women that do it. Like, there was even a guy in the comments who was like, yeah, I used to work as a receptionist in a hotel, and it is a thing, you know?
Like what? That
Men
just
don't sleep in the same bed.
So, like, does that mean they're going out of their way to get multiple rooms, or they're
No,
going
somebody's
out of
going to
their way
have to
just
be in that roller. You know, the roller you can bring in.
Yeah.
And I don't know, nigga, we are in this bed together. Sorry.
So group trip of 4, let's say it's a 2-bed room or whatever. Two people will have the bed, and then the other 2 will have to figure it out.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean that's
I'm
the same.
saying
Yeah, okay.
I'm giving an example.
The only time I've been on the floor was when it was 8 niggas in the room.
Hold on.
Step show,
Hold
you know,
on.
step show, we traveling. Oh, we only got room
so
for
we
2.
talking about undergrad days when we were broke for real. 'Cause
Yes,
when we was doing
yes.
that, we was just doing turnaround.
I mean, it's the
trips.
chapter money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
We went all the way to Baylor on our first show.
That is a long drive for y'all.
I was on the floor. I mean, obviously the pro fights, they in the bed.
Dang.
I'm on the
How y'all
floor.
get 8 people in the room without people finding out?
Y'all didn't get charged, or like, nah, this not happening.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
It
remember.
just, man, I've been
What
broke
time?
before and have had, you know, a lot of people in the bed. The only time when there's somebody on the floor is if there's like 6 in the room or 5 in the room or something like that.
Okay.
Hell, I remember we went to Padre.
Padres
Didn't even have a room. We found these girls, and I'm in the bed with the girls, and you know, everybody's in these 2
like-
beds. It was like 6 of us. Hell, one of the girls who paid for it, she was on the floor.
Listen.
Not saying that I made her, but she just didn't feel. I was like, you sure? You okay?
You know what? That's
I have no
Padre-
problem sleeping
What year? I
in
don't
the
remember
bed.
what year you said you went to Padre, but the time that I went, they had the little restrictions on the room. So we had like maybe 6 or 8 people in our group too, but you could only have a certain amount of people in a room. And so we was like sliding wristbands back. Like,
It was 8. It was 4 boys, 4 girls.
wow.
Wow.
And y'all found them on the beach and they was like, come through.
Well, you know, they were from Oklahoma. And we was like, oh, that's such and such. Hey, what y'all doing? And we just went back to the room, kicked it, ended up falling asleep. It was like that. Granted, hindsight, no way in hell would I ever go somewhere and not have a room booked or secured. Right. But we was on some, we ain't never been to Padre. Fuck it, let's go.
Y'all what, like 2019?
No, this was like 08.
Okay, so what is that, 22? I don't know how old are you at that time?
Man, how old am I? I think I was 21.
21, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 21.
Yes. Okay.
Well, okay, so I can relate a little bit to like the broke girl travel now. I don't think I ever had to share a room with more than like maybe 5 people. I'd say 6 is probably the max, but I definitely in my time have done like a lot of people or more people than I'd like in a room. Are you doing group travel like today? Do you still travel with your boys?
Last group travel we did. Ooh. I think the last time we did a group travel where it was more than enough?
3.
3?
More than 3, yeah.
Fuck. But usually when we travel now, it's like Airbnb, everybody got a bed.
Okay.
But the last time where I've traveled and we were like literally in a hotel and it was more people than beds was like, we went to DC.
Okay.
Nigga shared the bed.
Well,
I think there was a 5th person. He was on the floor. But we was just like, yo, if you want to alternate, somebody be on the floor this night. And he was just okay with it. But it was just like, nigga, I didn't ask. You think I'm about to ask why you don't want to get in the bed?
Yeah.
No.
We don't have to switch, is what you said? Is what I heard.
Got it.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Well, we still do group trips pretty much every year with our line.
Yeah.
It's always a headache. And this is not anything new. All my line sisters know. We talked about this very openly.
Yeah.
It's always a headache trying to coordinate a group trip. It always starts off, and this is just friends, period. It don't matter who it is. It starts off at whatever number, and then as it comes time to start paying money and stuff, it trickle down.
Look, all I know is the bed thing has always been a thing. But
for y'all?
Well, yeah, still for us, because it's still like bigger groups. So people still don't want to be in rooms. Like, okay, how many people gonna be in this room? It's still like a limit. I ain't never slept on no dresser or anything like that. But we've been in rooms where it's been like 4 people in rooms. But I mean, I don't know. We've had a range of.
We've had all kinds of stuff. Honestly, if we don't have the time, but our group trip history is.
At one point, y'all was in the bunk beds, and I was like, y'all make it work
better. But we try to at least. But like the whole extra stuff, and I can do 2 people to a queen size bed. But like, okay, we got a twin XL. We might need to talk about this.
Yeah.
So
no, I feel you. I think for me, like I'm fine with group trips. To a certain extent, like who is in the group, right? Like sometimes you can have some negative Nancy's and you just don't want that like imposing in on the group. So like, there's been times, and I think everyone kind of has their moments, right? Yeah. There might be some drama, whatever. But like when I'm on vacation, I just want to have a good time.
Relax,
I don't
no stress.
No stress. And so the more people that you add to the equation, the more likely you are to have some friction, in my opinion, because you're just dealing with more personalities.
It's just a numbers game at a certain point.
Yeah. And I hate the person that's just like, oh, I can't sleep with them. Or, I can't be in the same room as them. It's just like, God damn it.
Dealing with that person.
You act like we're going to be in this motherfucker the majority of the time. You can't lay your ass down and sleep. Oh, well, she hogged the bathroom or he...
Yeah. That
person. Some people, I will give you this. Some people, when I travel, nigga, this is my corner. I keep my shit. I'm gonna get a trash bag for my dirty clothes. I'm gonna try to keep my shit in the corner. Some niggas, the shoes over there, shirt over there. Niggas, you gonna put up the ironing board. They drying clothes on the iron or on the AC. It's just like, God damn, nigga. Shit.
Yeah. Hold on, I've had that one time where I've been in a room with somebody and they was like, drying whatever on the AC.
It's a fucking laundry room. God damn. Yeah. Bruh, I feel you, but I try to be as compromising as possible, you know?
I think that's me. If I think about, so you posted something this weekend or this weekend about like which
the different
traveler.
vacation. Yeah.
I went through it and I was like, dang, I don't think I'm any of these. I don't know. Sometimes I do the nap person or something like that.
The what person?
The person that always take a nap before they
called them the napper. So
I'm the napper.
They need to, that's me. And I'm the wanderer as well. So the dapper, basically they need to sleep before they do anything. They're always trying to sleep. They mentioned something about always wanting to chill in the room. That's not necessarily me, but like definitely
go
sleeping.
Somewhere out at this point. At this point in my life, what time? Okay. I need 2 hours.
Yes.
I will say this, Kiera. When it comes to traveling, when it's time to make a move, figure out where the food or something is, you will be the one to do the research and I be like, what y'all want to do? You know, and if Kiera says something, I'll be like, yeah, that sounds good. And you know, I'll be like, okay, but I hate being the point.
I love it.
Where you have to, like, I'm just here for whatever.
And I love traveling with that type.
Cool. Yeah, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to. How much?
I'm pretty much down on group trips to do certain things because it's like, especially with bigger groups, it's like we got enough people that's about to complain about whatever's coming next. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm just here for a good time.
Yes, I like to plan because I like to do what I want to do. So that's what I like about you guys. Y'all be so laid back, like go with the flow. So I try to be thoughtful and think about things that everyone will like. But when you have everyone like, well, I wanted to eat at this, but well, I thought I was thinking. Like, oh my gosh, right? So
imagine how scared I am going on this trip by myself.
If you want some help, I can help you.
I'm like, I look at my phone for a little bit. If I don't see something pop, I'm gonna just, I'll look at it later. Goodness. You know, but.
No, you should plan it out. At least like maybe 1 or 2 things a day.
1 or 2 things a day.
Yes. And some restaurants.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yes. I'm excited to hear about it too. I actually have a few vacations lined up myself. One solo at the very end of the year. Not as exciting as Brazil.
but no, it's solo.
Namaste.
Is it your first solo?
My first solo. My first real solo. I mean, I've traveled by myself, but
not
yeah. Non-work related.
I've traveled by myself, but it was always such and such live here. Or such and such, you know, but like in the middle of nowhere where I can't call somebody. I've never done that.
I know. I don't know if I've had a solo without like obligation.
Work, yeah.
Oh, and that's one reason why I wanted to get out of the country. Because I know if I'm in Phoenix or some shit like that, I'm going to look at that phone or, you know, the fact that you could hit me up. In Rio, ain't nobody about to touch me.
You know what? I need to consider that.
So I really just wanted a chance to get away. Peace.
That's good.
Namaste.
Well, thank y'all for namasteing with us.
Right.
Right.
If you liked what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media at He Said, We Said. Any final words?
USA. Yes.
USA.
Extra.
USA.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.